and for some reason the view is locked onto these aircraft when I press push to talk. So, that's annoying. Let me see if I can deal with that. Alright, that should do it. I'd already adjusted that key assignment. Ahaha, it's still doing it. Freaking hell. So I just turned it off, but it's still doing it. Hang on. Alright, let's try that. Ridiculous, ridiculous, ridiculous. Beyond ridiculous. So the F18 has its own padlock view. Right, finally that should have done it. I think that's done it. Let's just check on the outside. Yep, that's done it. So what it is, just to recap for you guys before I take off, because I must have run out of fuel before that, because of all that. Basically, there's this thing called, what is it, like padlock view, so it padlocks onto aircraft and you can cycle through padlocking onto other aircraft. My push to talk button, which is numpad delete or numpad full stop period, in the bottom right corner of the keyboard, it was also set to lock view, so every time I press push to talk it was locking onto other aircraft. I don't think I've ever had that problem. I've flown the F18 just a few days ago using the push to... Was I using the push to talk? Maybe not. Anyways, let's enjoy this flight. I'm going to take off. This is the Growling Sidewinder server. I'm going to turn left just now and then turn right.
Couple 874, report takeoff. 874, area.
That was a pretty close call. The steering was working and then it wasn't working. Also, I'd already lifted up the flaps and I'd already adjusted the elevators to be neutral trim, and now the flaps have decided to lower themselves and now the trim is full deflection aft, which is freaking ridiculous. I'm going to have to adjust that again before I take off. Otherwise I'll be flying along with full forward pressure. Luckily I figured out the trim the other day. Let's trim it now. Actually no, I'll wait till I stop rolling. I'll get onto this side road here that goes onto the runway. I don't need the full length of the runway. The aircraft is in combat mode, combat missile loadout. The trim seems not to be working. Let me check the controls for the trim. Trim is not responding even though I've got the correct key assignment. I wonder if the plane is in some kind of a takeoff mode or something. Anyways, that can't be helped. I'll fix that when I'm taking off.
Couple 834, request takeoff.
can see with my hands off the throttle, with my hands off the controls, the plane just wants to climb because it's trimmed out incorrectly. One thing I've noticed is that the flaps keep on trying to lower themselves. As soon as you get into a position where your airspeed's low, the flaps try and go basically 100%, which is freaking ridiculous because the flaps act like, think of them as parachutes, think of them as giant parachutes. You're trying to keep laminar flow over the wings, you're trying to keep your plane from stalling and becoming uncontrollable. And as soon, look at my speed, it's 180 and it's descending, it's decreasing, it's stable now. But as the speed decreases, the flaps try and deploy themselves. And as the flaps deploy, that exacerbates the problem, makes it worse, makes you go even slower. And in a jet that does Mach 1.8 or something, you end up doing 150 kilometers an hour with full flap, and you don't want to, and you can pretty much come to a standstill. And it's got something to do with these settings here for the flaps, auto, half and full. I don't exactly know. Right there, the plane seems pretty stable, but still you can see the flaps are a bit deployed. What if I try and adjust the tune? I'll try and adjust the tune. What do you know? So my trim has no effect on the trim. Also, there's nothing worse than, when you're flying a plane, there's nothing worse than struggling with the aircraft. You don't want to fight the aircraft, and you don't want the aircraft to be fighting you. You want to be able to set the aircraft up exactly how you want it, which means that if you take your hand off the stick, like now, it shouldn't really be doing what it's doing. It's rolling to the right. It's trimmed itself out somehow, automatically, it seems. In terms of pitch, but in terms of it's rolling to the one side. Why is it doing that? I have no idea. Anyways, I'm going to have to struggle with the plane a bit, I guess. So this is a PvP server, there's like 35 people on here. I'm probably just going to get shot down pretty soon. I have no idea how to use the radar, so... Is the radar even on? It's not on, is it? Ah, there we go, that's the radar. I'll be doing 255 knots. Pretty slow. How's the trim looking? How's the flaps? That's not too bad, it just keeps rolling to the right. Of course, I don't have it anywhere near full power right now. I'm just trying to save some fuel, considering I've burnt so much fuel on the ground, mucking around with the push to torque and the padlock. So here's the radar. How does it work? I don't know. It's got something over there that says 12, 13. What does that mean? I don't know. I've had this plane for what, like 2 years or something, and I think they just finished building it a couple of weeks ago. And I still don't know how to fly it. To me, flying this thing is like trying to fly a flying saucer that I just found in a field, and just walked into the flying saucer and tried to fly it. It's alien tech. 14, I wonder what that means. Does that mean 14 targets? Clearly the radar is seeing something that I'm not seeing. And we got something else down here as well. Normally you have a colour moving map, like a visual chart. And I have this here. What is it saying? I don't know. Let me put on my air defences. I was warming them up. They're down here. They're on standby. And that makes them warm up. And then I'll put them onto transmit. Those are some kind of airborne jamming, so that if you get a missile locking onto you, it somehow prevents it from locking onto you. You can also press E and D, I've assigned them, and that gives you chaff and flares like this. That's chaff, and that's flare. Chaff, flare. So as you guys can see, I've kind of got a handle on the basics of how to operate this plane. I better turn on the air to air. A to A, air to air. I've got I don't know what I've got, some kind of a missile here, 9M5. I think that means I've got the AIM 9 times 5. And this one here, the 9L times 5, I think. That could be totally wrong. And then pressing left shift and X and I get gun. Left shift and S and I get this particular weapon. Left shift and W and I get this particular weapon. This weapon is a longer range missile. It's probably the one under the inboard of the wing, and the shorter range missiles, those two ones on the outboard of the wing. And I've got, actually, what the heck, man? There's nothing there. That might be a electronics pod or something, and there's that there. Why am I missing a missile? I'm literally missing a missile from there. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 missiles. Wow, man, I have 9 missiles. The AIM 7M loft, I've got 4 missiles. I think that's how I interpret that. And the radar up here is saying 36 and 6. Clearly alien tech. I'll just go north up to the coast. I can see my heading up there. Currently I'm heading 75. I'm going to head 360, which is north. The shuttering is the plane stalling. I'm doing 150 knots. It's north. And basically I'm going to keep going a bit more over to the coast. So I'm all bombed up, missiled up, gunned up, and I've got a bit of fuel left, I guess. I've got the electronic countermeasures going. I've got chaff, I've got flares. Chaff is aluminium strips. It decoys missiles. I've put on that kind of paint scheme there. It's similar to the World War II F6F and F5F, the Hellcat and the Tomcat carrier-borne. The carrier-borne aircraft had this same kind of scheme in the Battle of Midway back in World War II. Quite a pretty plane. An exotic bird. guess visually I can try and see other aircraft. You can see their contrails in the air and small icon dots. Master caution is on for some reason, I don't know why. The dot in front of the aircraft icon, I wonder if that's the airfield that I took off from. Probably not. Took off from an airfield that had all the other F18s on it, but now I can't see any of them. There's an airfield, and there's like, yeah, it's just to my right, and there's that dot just to my right of the aircraft icon. I think that dot signifies my home airbase. That's going to be useful if I can figure that out, how to zoom out if I'm further away from the airfield, so I can make my way back there. That's going to be very useful. Right there. See some birds on the ground there. I'll do a high-speed buzz, I think. I won't increase my power. I just want to save my fuel. Let's try getting a bit closer down. I think I can see some F14s or something. I don't think so.
Altitude.
F5s? 15s, both of them are 15s. There you go, two F15s. Just opened up the chat, guys. Mr. Headshot, hey, it's been a while. G'day, welcome. Pilot Bravo, did they put F18s in R2? Nope, only they got the ME262. Thomas Lee, the bugs give it away, DCS. I think that, to be fair, I think that thing initially with the padlock was more just how it was default set up. And I just needed to adjust it. And I won't have to adjust that again until I update it again. And once I update it again, I think all of the control settings reset to the default, and I'll have to reset it. Anyways. So I've just buzzed my own airfield. There were two F15s there. What does the radar say? It says all this like stuff. You know, in that Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jesse Ventura, and the guy from Rocky, the boxer from Rocky. You know that movie Predator, where they fight the alien predator in the jungle, and the predator has like, I don't know, it has like it's an alien, and it has some kind of alien technology. Well, this is what this is. This is the plane that Predator flies. It's like alien tech, and I have no idea how to interpret any of this stuff here. I mean, what the heck is all this crap? I don't know. All I know is if I see a dot on the sweep, that's another aircraft. But even that doesn't help much because I don't know what altitude they're at. What is the most likely outcome for this flight is that I'll be flying along just like this, and then suddenly, boom, the aircraft just explodes. And someone 20 miles away will have hit me with a missile. That's probably what's going to happen. That's what's happened every other time, even when flying against AI. I get the feeling from watching YouTube vids that kind of you want to get that yellow parallel stripes there in the top left-hand corner. You want to get it and somehow lock it, like physically move it onto a dot that appears on the sweep. And the dot signifies an enemy aircraft, and you identify it with IFF as an enemy. And then you put the kind of dot, the kind of yellow crosshairs there onto the dot, and you lock it on. And then it appears up here in the head-up display, in the ether, in the clouds and that, and you can just follow it, and it leads you to the dot that you've just locked on down here. And then you can select a weapon, and you can, when you're in range, I guess, you can fire the weapon and it'll track to the locked target, and then you can even, apparently, I think you can fly away and it'll still keep tracking to the locked target. I think that's how it's supposed to work. So that's my rough draft. I have to figure out further than that actually how to do it. Usually I don't have time to figure it out because I get shot down before I can have a chance to practice. I switched to these ones, this missile, the AIM-9L, I think it is. Looks like I have 5 of them, and you hear a tone. So I think this one is a heat seeker, like an infrared following heat seeker, maybe. It's kind of a short range missile. It's fairly good, but of course it can be defeated by chaffing flares, because it maybe by flares because it chases heat. Left shift W, and I get this. I've got I think this is the AIM-7 loft. I think I've got 4 of them. Seven has a different tracking, like a different locking, targeting mechanism. You can see it's characterized on the HUD by this kind of circle, and I think it's like obviously it's a bigger missile. It carries more fuel. It's longer range. It's got bigger fins. It's heavier. It goes much further. It just disappears, and then sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. I think this is called the bore sight, this circle, and I think you've got to keep the target in the bore sight as you're firing the AIM-7. And the concept of loft, I think it means it doesn't have to follow a direct line. It can actually go outside of the bore sight, and it can go up and then come down like a lob, sort of like a mortar shell. I could be talking crap out my arse here, guys, but this is my understanding of all of this stuff so far. Vince Cowell, hey bro, g'day, welcome. And how does the AIM-7 track the target? I think it might be, there's radar in the plane, of course, and I think that the AIM-7 might have its own systems, like its own radar, or maybe it's a combination of radar, heat seeker. These ones are your heat seekers, and you can see, look at the nose of them, it's kind of like an infrared dome. Look at the AIM-7s, they don't have that kind of dome on the nose, they have just the nose. So how do they aim? I think they might have their own radar. I have no idea. Anyways. Just flying along here looking to get shot down any second. So I was supposed to be going northish, and I'm still going north along the coast. Contrails, etc. Let's look at the map. I wish I knew where was the autopilot so I could look at the map for longer. Right, took off from down here. I'm now here. Where would the enemy be? I have no idea. What's that? Head upside down. Very effective camouflage over the ocean. Check that out. You can see why they chose this camouflage colour scheme, this exact one in World War II for the Navy aircraft, the Grumman F6F Hellcat and the F5F Tomcat. Tomcat? I don't know, it's the F6F and the F5F. One of them is a Hellcat. And the other one actually I think was a Wildcat. Tomcat's the F14. But yeah, look at that colour scheme. Look how well it blends into the ocean. Just have to figure out the autopilot so that I don't have to manually control it, but I'm just flying straight ahead. Oh shit, that's not good. What's going on there? It's almost like I'm running out of fuel. Look at the elevator. The elevator keeps on wanting to point upwards. Oh, there's an aircraft. There's an aircraft. Let's head towards it. It could just be an AI AWACS, which would be very boring. What's my speed? 160 knots. 160 knots, that's crazy. The plane suddenly is going very slow. I wonder if I've run out of fuel. Where is the fuel? I don't know. Alright, I'm increasing power. I'm going to go after that contrail up there and I'll see if I can see it on the radar as well. Stuff it, let's just go full power. Right, there is the other aircraft. I'm guessing it's going to be an F14 or an F15, one of my guys. It's kind of, I don't know, it looks like an F14. I'm just going to say that. You can never really tell though. He's going fast, so it could be an F15. F15 is incredibly fast, so it could be a 15. But look at that delta shape, it looks a lot like a 14. So I'm gonna call that a 14. I'm gonna cut the power soon. Alright, I've cut the power. Let him go. He's got 2 engines. Look at that sweep wing. It's like a giant supersonic moth. Look at that, what a beauty. What a beauty. Huh. What a beauty. Have to increase power a bit to catch up with him. He's doing this kind of circling around thing. Where is he? There he is. Might fly actually on the outside of the turn. Might be easier. There we go. I'm at full power here. He's at full power. I think he's trying to get away from me for some reason. Who's faster? Surely I'm faster. Well, I don't know. Is his wings sweeping out of it? He's extending his wings. Hey, what are you doing? You ning-nong? He thinks I'm trying to shoot him down. Hello, hello, hello. The rudder has no effect on full control deflection to the right or yaw, and it's doing nothing. Power again. Hey man, F14 is a pretty fast aircraft. I don't think the F18 is very fast. I think it does Mach 1.8, but I think its acceleration is extremely good. Whereas like the F15s will do like Mach 3 or something. Crazy fast. Alright, power right back. I think the F14, I think of the F14 as being an older plane than this one, but actually I think it's the other way around. I think the F14 is 80s technology and I think this one's 1970s technology. He's got a fuel tank. He's got an external fuel tank. He's a fast aircraft. I'm almost at full power most of the time trying to keep up with him. Now this is pretty cool, huh? So this is some basic formation flying. Anything he does, I instantly mimic it. If he turns, I turn. You see? That's how you formation fly. And I keep up with him. Guy here could literally do some maneuver and I'd be able to keep up with him. Yeah, for sure, Ethan. Assume I'm not flying with an AI here. I don't think it is. That's a powerful plane right there. I declare the F14 is more powerful than the F18. This is a grounding Sidewinder. It's a PvP server, which is good. We just need some enemies to attack now. We got this good formation going on. We got all these awesome weaponry. Look at that. Ho ho ho. Man, he's fired a missile. He's fired a missile. What did he shoot at? What on earth did he shoot at? Look at that, that's his missile. What has he shot at? What on earth has he shot at? Let's have a look. He's seen something and he's shot at it, but I don't know what. I'm at full power here, just trying to keep up with him. He went afterburner there for a sec. I thought he dropped a flare, but no, he fired a giant missile and off it goes, off into the blue yonder. That huge trail. It's a long-range missile that he's fired. It's well above our position here. I assume he's shooting at something. I don't see anything on the radar. I'm gonna strike home. Again, I'm going full power, just trying to keep up with it. So he's turned off his full power. Now he's back into his cruise mode, I think. And he fired that missile, and what then? Nothing. I'm going to run out of fuel pretty soon. Things are getting a bit uncertain here. He's up to something. I think he's bugging out. He's gone supersonic. He's swept his wings back again. I'm just following this 14, trying to figure out what's what. May as well go up inside of his turn because it's much faster than me. Is he going for something on the ground? No. 5 or 6, almost 600 knots. Mark 1.09, G's 3.3, 4.2 G's, that's pretty high G. Got a G suit on that. Yeah, I must almost be out of fuel. The best thing, Ethan, is just if you see me streaming, and if you're available, then just drop some chat. Then come on whatever server I'm on, and then come for a fly. It's basically, I know it's rudimentary, but that's basically the system. So he's dropping chaff. I wonder if he sees my radar looking at him and it's giving him a tone, because he seems to be doing this evasive behaviour. It could be because we could be getting attacked by SAMs though. I better drop some of those chaffs. Now I've got low fuel. Where is he? Where is he? Oh shit. That's it, guys. That's